What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and Me. I'm of course Kevin, and it's time for another Walking Dead weekend. We have finally arrived at the long-awaited season 6, and I say long-awaited because you guys and girls have said nothing but good things about this season. Some of you say it's your favourite, some of you say it's your second favourite compared to season 5, and I absolutely love season 5, and the fact it's in the same sort of conversation with that, I'm really excited to see what it holds. But the only thing is, I'm doing what I do with episodes which you guys and girls say are good as well. I always sort of temper my expectations, so, you know, I'm not disappointed. That's the thing that, you know, I find myself doing a lot with movies nowadays as well. When people say a film is good, I tend to back off and say, wait, let me judge this for myself, let me see for myself, because many a time have I gone into a movie or a TV show and, you know, people have sung its praises and I've been left disappointed because, you know, the show doesn't match my expectations of it. So I'm going to go into this with an open mind, and hopefully it does turn out to be one of the best seasons we've had so far. Staying on the topic of season 6 actually, I just want to address something which a lot of you asked me about in the comment section, and I said I would talk about in this video, and that was watching the season 6 trailer. Now, I know you wanted me to watch it, but the whole reason why I'm not going to watch it is a bit convoluted, but if you stick with me, I'll explain why. Even if the trailer doesn't show spoilers for the show, there will be scenes in that trailer where you see certain characters, and behind them there will be a backdrop, you know, or, you know, a certain setting. And when I'm watching the show for real, and there's maybe one of our characters that are in that trailer, in a scene where their life is in danger, I know in the back of my head that I've seen a scene in the trailer where, you know, where they're talking to someone and it hasn't happened yet. So I know this character is going to get out of this situation okay. You know, there's no real danger because I've seen a scene which I haven't seen in the show yet. So I know they're going to get through that whole ordeal. And I feel like that takes away from the show a bit. It takes away from me enjoying a scene. And a lot of you also asked about me watching the season 8 trailer when I catch up, and I'm not decided on that yet, for the same reasons I just stated for why I'm not going to watch the season 6 trailer. But at the same time, you know, I like trailers for the hype they create, and if I'm watching live with you guys and girls when season 8 starts, I feel like that's a different situation because I haven't got the whole season in front of me which I can just like watch without a break. With that, you know, we've got a week to week wait, and I might forget some of the scenes, you know, and I might, you know, talking with you guys and girls, I'll forget about them. But when I'm doing this on my own, I feel like I'll ruin myself on some of those scenes, like I say. So that's my explanation. Again, it's convoluted. It's a really weird one, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. So with that out of the way, let's get into a breakdown of the last episode. And I'm going to do a quick breakdown like I always do because there's so much that went on. And I talked about it a lot in my review last time. So if you haven't watched that, be sure to watch that. And let's start off with Rick, who started the episode waking up from being knocked out from Michonne, of course, who broke up that fight. We also found out in that episode, of course, that Michonne knocked Rick out for good reason. She did it for Rick. She didn't do it for the people of Alexandria like I feared. She did it for Rick to protect him from the repercussions of what he was saying and how far he was willing to go with that gun in his hand. She did it for him, and I was really happy about that. Staying on topic of Michonne actually as well, we saw in that end scene where she took she went to put the sword or the katana back on the wall, but instead of putting it up, she took it off and put it on her back, like, you know, almost a nod to Rick saying, you know what, as much as I want to settle into Alexandria, as much as I want to be a part of this community, I have to remember that outside these walls is the same world I lived in not 2-3 weeks ago. It's the same place. It's still there. It's not gone. You know, my life is still in danger, and I think that's the sensible option. While I still think, you know, integrating into this society in Alexandria is a good thing, I still think they should always be wary and always wear, you know, whether it's the sword or the gun on the hip or whatever it is, you should always be wary of what's going on beyond the walls. And, you know, Rick is, and that's where the whole confrontation came from. He's very well aware of what's going on beyond those walls, whereas the people of Alexandria have been hidden from it. They've not seen any of it, and the taste that Deanna did get, which was the death of her son and her husband, with that taste, she suddenly went into Rick mode. She gave Rick the nod to kill Pete. You know, that's completely different to what she was saying not one episode ago, where she told Rick, in this town they don't execute people. Well, she gave the nod in that situation where she felt a bit of the pain the rest of our group has gone through, and she turned into one of Rick's groups. So it just goes to show, no matter how good you are, no matter how much you think you're above killing, eventually it's going to get to you. With that situation as well, it's almost like Deanna has really truly accepted Rick and the group into there now, and she may give Rick some free reign in making changes to the place, you know, better security, more watches, being careful who is sent out beyond the wall, because we saw what went down with Nicholas. Oh god. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I can't remember who it was in my comments section, and I thank you. I feel terrible that I forgot your name, because I did try and remember it, but now I've just completely forgotten. You called him Dickolas, which I think is the perfect name for him. So that's what I'm going to call him from now on, Dickolas, until he changes my mind, if he changes my mind. So yeah, so what we saw with Dickolas and Aiden, how cowards, or how much of a coward they were, I think Rick will be more sensible in who he sends out beyond the wall. We know Daryl's capable, and of course he's with Aaron, who is also capable. So I have no problem with that. It was just the whole Dickolas and Aiden thing. He doesn't want a repeat of that, of course, especially after Noah died because of them. And hopefully things become more secure at Alexandria, and they're safe from the new threat, which is of course the wolves, the people with their W's on their heads. And actually, from one of your comments, you told me that the wolves, as they're known, do have W's on their heads, but also they put them on their victims. So how are you meant to tell the difference between who is a wolf and who is a victim? I don't know, unless like they only put them on their dead victims, the W's. So if you're dead and you got a W on the head, you was a victim. But I guess we'll find out more about them as we go through the series, or through season 6 hopefully. And no doubt down the road, because we saw them looking at the photos, actually I forgot to mention that in the last review, but they were looking at the photos, or one of the wolves were looking at the photos he found in Aaron's bag, which was left when they got rescued by Morgan. But obviously they know about Alexandria now, and obviously there's going to be some sort of clash coming, which, you know, it's due. We've had a bit of a break. We had Alexandria, even though there was a lot of conflict there was no out and out bad guys. If there was bad guys, it was coming across as, you know, Rick and a group of bad guys, because they were conspiring to take over the place. But it looks like we're going to truly get bad guys. So let's see what happens there. And I know there's going to be death and, you know, chaos, but bring it on. Finally, I'm going to talk about Morgan quick. I said this was going to be a quick recap, didn't I? And it's going to turn out to be like 10 minutes long. I apologise. Just, like I say, so much happened. But I'll just quickly mention Morgan, even though a lot more happened in the episode. Morgan, of course, found Alexandria. He found Daryl and Aaron. In fact, he rescued them, like I say. And it turns out that he's on this mission to be good in the world. He is going to save whoever he can, even if they attack him like we saw at the beginning of the episode, where the wolves attacked him. Even though he knocked him out, he put him in a car to protect them. So no matter what you do to him, no matter what threat you are, it seems like Morgan is going to save your life. And I do like the character Morgan, but I feel like with that mentality, it's likely that maybe he's going to get people killed. Because, I mean, I've got to say, I sort of feel the same way with Glenn, with him letting Nicholas live. Even though it's a good thing, it's a really kind thing to do. It's generous. It shows forgiveness. It shows Glenn is a good man. That forgiveness can come back and bite you in the ass, like I always say. Nicholas, I feel like, will always be a coward. He's never going to change. And if it means putting someone else in danger to save his life, he's going to do it again. A leopard doesn't change its spots. And I feel the same way about Morgan. Morgan, you know, I like seeing that he's doing good. He's trying to do good in the world. But in my eyes, and my opinion has completely changed since season 1. Completely changed. There's some people in this world who you can't save. And if you do save, they'll kill more people than, you know, their life was worth. So I guess we're going to have to see what goes on going forward with him as well. And hopefully it's not too bad, and hopefully he doesn't clash with Rick, because we know Rick's stance on the whole killing people. You know, he's on the road of just deal with it, kill him. Same as Carol, just deal with the situation and then the problem disappears. But that's about it. So let's get into this episode. This is the season 6 premiere episode, and let's hope it's a good one.
I know this sounds insane, but this is an insane world. We have to come for them before they come for us. It's that simple. This is where it all starts.
Holy shit.
Tobin gets in the truck, opens the exit, and we're off.
You see that?
Somebody's CG budget has gone up.
We gotta do this now!
What the hell is going on?
Get moving, go!
No, Rick, we're not ready! We haven't even gone through the whole plan!
Go back, we're finishing this! Tobin, you hit it on my signal!
That's a lot of walkers. What the fuck was that all about? So they're in a quarry, so have they been collecting walkers there? And they're wanting to destroy them all at once? Weird.
What?
You guys look like shit.
She's fine. She's fine. She's okay.
Holy shit.
Thank God. Nothing happened to your hair.
I love it. So I guess they're showing what happened in the immediate aftermath as black and white because it's a memory. And they're showing his present day stuff in colour.
Assignments. You know where to rendezvous. Everybody, keep your heads.
They're trying to lead the walkers somewhere, aren't they? Because there's so many, maybe they're just trying to get rid of all of them at once by leading them somewhere so they can kill them all.
Where'd you learn that?
Fran. Before or after? After everything.
Look, I'm sorry for this, for having to do this.
It's all right. The way I look at it, sometimes you're safer when there's no way out.
That's a friendship I can get behind. I just hope that their two ideologies of how to deal with people don't bring them into conflict.
We're back. You gonna let us in or what?
So, who the hell are you?
You first.
I'm Heath. I live here. My team's been on a run the last couple weeks.
Careful.
I'm Eugene. Aaron brought myself and my group here directly within that window, so we haven't had the chance to meet, and I can't exactly confirm your residence.
Open the gate.
If I do, how do I know you won't attempt to kill me?
Look, I'm not gonna kill you. But the longer you make me wait, the more you're motivating me to beat your ass, so.
I could like this guy.
Anything big happened while we were gone?
Well, we had a meeting last night. Hey, it's good to see someone like me. I fully respect the hair game.
Oh, Eugene.
Who put up?
I wanted to help.
We only need one.
We have two men here.
We're not gonna bury killers inside these walls.
I understand how you feel. I do. But it's not your decision.
Tobin. Rick's right. Take it away. Go west. Down Branton Road a few miles. Just past the bridge. We don't go out that way. Let the trees have him.
That kid is not going to take this well, is he? He's going to do something silly.
You do have a cell.
Not for killers.
I'm a killer, Rick. I am, and you are too.
I was waiting for that line.
Maybe we just leave him here.
That's not who you are. I know.
Hey. You don't.
gonna bring conflict, isn't it?
Stop. Did you hear that?
Oh shit. They must discover the quarry then. That's why they're doing it. They're trying to get rid of... Oh my goodness, man. They're trying to get rid of him, aren't they? Oh, you twat. You moron. So somebody else must have blocked him in. But that is basically like a big tsunami waiting to hit Alexandria. It's no wonder they had to deal with it.
We shouldn't be out here. I don't care what you think. It's not what I think, it's what I know. You can't protect yourself. I'll show you how, but right now you have no idea what you're doing. And if you come out here, you're gonna die. You're coming back with us now. Don't make it hard.
I mean, I understand his grievance and why he would hate Rick. But, you know, did he know that his father was beating Jesse?
Glenn, you have to hurry. The noise could distract the herd right off the road. Talk to me. We're here. We need it quiet. So what's the plan? Take them out, a few at a time.
Easier said than done, and I wouldn't trust Nicholas behind you.
You let one or two out, and then you close it. You keep doing that, that's a trick, that's how we control it.
Isn't that what Maggie did with the school bus? And we all know how that turned out.
He knows what he's doing. Me and Aiden.
We have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, okay?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Shit.
There was a camp at the bottom. The people there must have blocked the exits with one of those trucks back when everything started to go bad. They didn't make it. They were all roamers. Maybe a dozen of them.
So all the while, the walkers have been drawn by the sound. And they're making more sound, and they're drawing more in.
And here we are. This isn't about if it gives, it's when. It's gonna happen. That's why we have to do this soon.
This is, I don't even have another word for it. This is terrifying. All of it. But it doesn't sound like there's any other way.
Couldn't we just build up the weak spots? Yeah, I could draw up plans. I worked on the wall with Reg. Construction crew. We can try and make it safe.
Even if we could, the sound of those walkers is drawing more and more every day. Building up the exits won't change that.
We're gonna do what Rick says. The plan he's laid out.
We're all supposed to just fall in line behind you after...
Careful.
After what? After you wave a gun around, screaming, pointing it at people. After you shoot a man in the face. After you...
Enough!
Deanna's all about Rick now. She's agreeing with everything
I'll do it.
he says.
Me too.
Whatever you need. I'm in.
Now who else?
I'll go. We have to do this. I need to help.